Have you ever stood in front of the mirror, wearing something you once loved, and paused? Not because the outfit was wrong, not because anything had changed on the outside, but because, somehow, the woman staring back didn't feel like you anymore? It's a quiet moment, one we don't always talk about, but it happens. As we move gracefully through our 60-second and beyond, our skin begins to soften, our hair might lose a little of its contrast, and even the whites of our eyes shift in tone. These changes are subtle, but real. And without realizing it, the colors that used to light us up may begin to dim us down. But here's the gentle truth. It's not about hiding these changes. It's about learning to honor them, to reflect light in new ways. Because with the right color next to your face, whether it's in a scarf, a blouse, or even a pair of earrings, you can look more awake, more radiant, more like yourself, not a younger version, but a clearer one. No makeup required, no dramatic transformation, just a simple, thoughtful shift that brings your natural beauty forward. So today, I want to walk with you through 8 colors that women over 60 are quietly falling in love with. Colors that brighten your skin, lift your presence, and turn heads not because they shout, but because they whisper something beautiful. And as we go, I'd love to hear from you. Is there a color that always seems to make you glow? One that brings compliments when you least expect it? Share it in the comments. Your wisdom might just inspire another woman here. If this kind of gentle, empowering beauty content speaks to your heart, I invite you to subscribe and tap the notification bell. There's so much more ahead, and I'd be honored to have you with us. Let's take a gentle moment to understand why color matters more than ever after 60. As we age, our skin tends to lose some of its natural warmth and contrast. What once looked glowing with a bold red lip or a crisp white collar might now feel a bit sharp. The high contrast we used to carry naturally in our hair, our skin tone, even our eyes begins to soften. That's not a flaw, that's evolution. But here's what most style advice forgets to mention. The colors that supported you in your 30s and 40s may no longer serve you in quite the same way. Deep navy, jet black, bright white, these shades are powerful, yes. But on a mature face, they can sometimes cast shadows, drain warmth, or exaggerate fine lines. They can make us look more tired than we feel. Color, at this stage of life, becomes more than fashion. It becomes a mirror. Not a harsh one, but a gentle one. The right hue doesn't just flatter, it lifts, it softens, it reflects light back into your eyes and onto your cheeks, like someone opened the curtains on your face. Think of it this way. Color, now, is not a statement you wear. It is a quiet companion that supports you, that lets your features speak clearly, kindly, and fully. The goal is not to look younger. The goal is to look more like the version of you that feels awake, well-rested, and at peace. And that is what we are exploring together today. Now, let's find 8 colors that help women over 60 look radiant. Color 1. Soft Rose. Soft rose is more than a color, it is a feeling. It brings to mind the warmth of morning light falling through a sheer curtain, or the natural flush that comes after a brisk walk on a cool afternoon. Soft rose is not loud, it does not chase attention. But it brings an undeniable liveliness to the face. For women over 60, this shade holds quiet magic. As our skin becomes lighter and sometimes more translucent with age, we begin to lose the natural pinkness in our cheeks. Soft rose helps to gently restore that glow. It lifts the complexion without shouting. It makes you look well-rested, even if you didn't sleep quite as deeply as you hoped. This color works beautifully in cozy knits like sweaters or scarves. A rose-toned blouse softens the shoulders and draws the eye upward toward your smile. Even a silk scarf in this shade tied at the neck can illuminate the skin in the most delicate way. And if you enjoy lipstick, a sheer soft rose on the lips adds warmth without weight. Color psychology tells us that rose shades evoke affection, kindness, and emotional balance. They send a message not of fragility, but of grace. Wearing soft rose says, I am gentle, but I am not small. I am present, and I am peaceful. If there is a color that quietly supports your natural beauty while bringing a touch of youthfulness to your skin, soft rose may be the one. It does not try to change you. It simply reflects back the warmth that's already there. Color 2. Soft turquoise. Soft turquoise carries the whisper of sea breeze and open skies. It is the kind of color that instantly brightens a room without raising its voice. For women over 60, this shade has a unique power. It reflects light in a way that draws gentle focus to the eyes. It enhances the whites of your eyes, making them appear clearer and more vibrant. And just as importantly, it brings out the natural depth of your iris. Whether your eyes are blue, green, hazel, or brown, there is a kind of sparkle that returns when turquoise is near the face. What makes soft turquoise so special is its dual effect. It feels cool and calming, yet fresh and energizing. There is a quiet vitality in this shade, a reminder of water, of clarity, of movement. And as we mature, that feeling of inner refreshment becomes even more beautiful when it shows on the outside. You might try this shade in a flowing blouse or a light silk scarf. It pairs effortlessly with silver jewelry and works especially well in warmer months, though its cooling effect can brighten even a gray winter day. If you're someone who loves accessories, a turquoise stone pendant or necklace near the collarbone can reflect upward toward your face, creating a glow without a single drop of makeup. From a color psychology perspective, turquoise evokes serenity, self-expression, and balance. It is often associated with emotional clarity and communication. Wearing it can send a subtle signal of inner peace and quiet strength. Soft turquoise does not ask you to be someone else. It simply lifts what is already beautiful. It reminds us that freshness is not about age, it is about presence. And when you wear this shade, you carry a little bit of sky with you. Color 3. Burnt mustard. There's a certain warmth in burnt mustard that feels like late afternoon sunlight. Not too bright, not too bold, but just enough to bring comfort and quiet confidence. For women over 60, this shade offers a kind of grounded radiance. It does not try to dazzle. Instead, it adds depth and energy without overwhelming the face. Burnt mustard carries the richness of gold softened by earth, which means it flatters mature skin in a deeply natural way. It gives a golden undertone that seems to gently warm the complexion, especially when hair has shifted to silver, platinum, or soft golden highlights. What's lovely about this color is how well it partners with fabrics and textures many women already enjoy. It complements denim beautifully. It pairs effortlessly with soft khakis, warm browns, and even olive greens. A cozy sweater in burnt mustard, a casual jacket, or a structured blouse can all bring life to a wardrobe without ever feeling loud. Burnt mustard also lends itself to effortless elegance when used in accessories. A scarf, a crossbody bag, or even a pair of suede shoes in this shade can tie a whole outfit together. And because it carries a touch of nostalgia, it often feels familiar yet fresh. From a color psychology perspective, mustard tones are associated with grounded optimism. They suggest warmth, wisdom, and creative energy. When you wear this shade, you don't fade into the background. You radiate the kind of presence that says, "I'm here, I'm grounded, and I'm glowing in my own time." This is a color that doesn't ask you to change. It simply reminds you of your own warmth, and when it glows against your skin or rests beside your silver hair, the effect is quietly stunning. Color 4. Sage green. Sage green is a color that seems to exhale. It carries the gentle stillness of a morning walk through a quiet garden. Soft, muted, and deeply calming, sage green doesn't demand attention, it offers peace. For women over 60, this shade does something truly special. It relaxes the features. Where brighter or darker greens might emphasize fine lines or overwhelm the complexion, sage green does the opposite. It soothes, it softens, it allows your natural beauty to rest without being hidden. This color has a way of balancing the coolness in silver hair and the warmth in your skin, creating harmony where contrast might once have clashed. Think of a sage green linen dress on a warm day, or a lightweight jacket layered over a white blouse. There's ease in that pairing. It also works beautifully in accessories. A sage-toned handbag, soft leather flats, or even a stone bracelet can introduce calm refinement without needing sparkle or flash. Compared to olive or forest green, sage is much more forgiving. It doesn't cling to heaviness, it breathes. That's why it often feels like the most wearable green, especially for those who are unsure if green works for them at all. From a psychological standpoint, sage green is associated with restoration and wisdom. It's the color of herbs, of healing, of growth that doesn't need to rush. When you wear it, you carry a sense of natural grace. It says, "I've seen seasons pass, and I know how to be still and strong at once." This is not a color that makes a scene, it makes space. And sometimes, that's exactly what beauty needs in this stage of life. A little room to exhale, a little softness to land in. A little sage to remind us that elegance can be quiet and still glow. Color 5. Periwinkle. Picture a twilight sky right before the stars appear. That soft, dreamy space between blue and lavender. That is the quiet beauty of periwinkle. It does not clamor for attention. It soothes. It reassures. It makes room for the woman wearing it to be seen with calm authority. For women over 60, periwinkle brings something rare and valuable. It brightens the skin without washing it out. It lifts cool or neutral undertones and gives them space to breathe. There is a certain tenderness in the way this color plays with light. It reflects gently off silver hair, off a natural complexion, off soft lines of experience, not erasing them, but honoring them. Periwinkle also has a natural ability to relax the eye. Psychologists have long noted how this color evokes serenity. It calms the nervous system, softens emotional tension, and invites quiet confidence. In a world that often feels loud and fast, wearing periwinkle is like stepping into a still moment. It reminds people to slow down and look closer. This shade is stunning in a square-neck dress or a wide silk scarf. Especially when paired with pearl earrings or soft metallics, it brings a graceful elegance that is never forced. If you are drawn to pieces that feel peaceful but refined, this is a color that will always meet you where you are. Periwinkle does not shout for youth, it whispers elegance. It does not try to conceal, it reveals gently. And when a woman wears it with presence, the effect is unforgettable. Color 6. Ivory. There is something deeply comforting about ivory. It is familiar, yet never dull. It carries the warmth of candlelight and the softness of linen left out to dry in the sunday. Unlike stark white, which can sometimes feel harsh or clinical, ivory brings gentleness to everything it touches. For women in their 60s and beyond, this color holds a quiet magic. It reflects light without overwhelming the skin. Where bright white might cast a shadow or emphasize coolness in the complexion, ivory wraps the face in a soft glow. It smooths, it warms, it whispers grace rather than drawing hard lines. Ivory is also one of the rare shades that moves easily through all seasons. In the summer, it feels breezy and fresh. In the winter, it takes on a richness that pairs beautifully with deeper tones like taupe or plum. Whether layered under a cardigan or standing alone in a delicately knit sweater, it always feels like a second skin, natural and easy. There is something else too. Ivory holds a kind of timelessness. It has dressed queens and artists, brides and poets. To wear it today is to stand in that same quiet lineage. It says nothing loudly, but it says everything with presence. Try it in a silk blouse or a soft evening dress. Let it frame your face like morning light through sheer curtains. Ivory does not demand admiration. It earns it, slowly, softly, honestly. Because elegance, after all, is never loud. Color 7. Soft burgundy. Soft burgundy carries the richness of old wine and autumn leaves. It is deep without being overpowering, bold without ever becoming brash. This color knows how to speak up quietly, with calm self-assurance. For mature skin, soft burgundy can be transformative. Where bright reds may feel too sharp or draining, this shade enhances. It lifts the natural flush in your cheeks, makes the whites of your eyes look clearer, and even brings brightness to your smile. On days when you feel a little tired, this color has a way of reviving your whole expression without a single drop of makeup. There's a subtle sophistication to burgundy that pairs beautifully with silver hair, with soft curls, or a swept-back bun, a scarf in this shade wrapped loosely around your shoulders. A pair of leather gloves on a cool day, a simple blouse paired with gold jewelry. It never shouts, it suggests, it carries presence, not pressure. But perhaps one of the most powerful ways to wear soft burgundy is on the lips. A burgundy-toned lipstick, just a little deeper than your natural color, can become your quiet signature. On days when your energy is low or sleep was short, this small touch adds vitality and intention to your entire face. It's not about hiding fatigue, it's about balancing it with beauty. Soft burgundy is not a trend, it is a statement of quiet strength. It honors the depth you've lived and the elegance you carry forward. It belongs in your wardrobe not to change who you are, but to deepen how you're seen. Because sometimes, the most powerful color is the one that feels like it's always belonged to you. And if you're still here with me, thank you. It means you care deeply about how you show up in the world, and that matters. If any part of this has sparked a thought, a memory, or simply made you smile, I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a note in the comments, even just a word. And if this kind of gentle, thoughtful beauty speaks to your heart, I invite you to subscribe. We have so much more to explore together. Color 8, Charcoal Gray. There's a certain elegance in stillness, and charcoal gray knows how to wear it well. Unlike stark black, which can sometimes cast shadows across mature skin, charcoal gray has a softer depth. It flatters more than it fights, gently toning down uneven pigmentation or fine lines without drawing attention to them. It's the kind of shade that whispers authority rather than shouting it. When paired with silver jewelry or ivory accents, it creates a refined, harmonious look that feels grounded and quietly striking. This isn't the color of trying too hard. It's the color of someone who has already arrived. A woman who understands her strength doesn't need to be loud to be seen. Charcoal gray is a beautiful option for tailored jackets, knit layers, or a wool scarf on a cool day. It gives structure without harshness and presence without aggression. If you've ever wanted a neutral that doesn't wash you out, but instead lifts you up, this might just be the one that belongs in your wardrobe, the one that reflects your wisdom, not your worry, the one that lets your inner calm step forward and speak. Sometimes, the most powerful changes start with the smallest step. You don't need to overhaul your wardrobe or rethink your entire palette overnight. Just begin with something simple. A scarf in soft rose, a pair of earrings that catch the light in sage green, a lipstick in soft burgundy for days when you want to feel just a little more awake. Let the color sit against your skin. Look in the mirror. Do your eyes seem brighter? Does your skin feel more alive? Trust that. Because this journey isn't about trying to recapture a younger version of yourself. It's about seeing yourself more clearly, dressing not for who you were, but for who you've beautifully become. Start small and let it grow with you. You don't need every color in the rainbow, just a few that truly reflect you. 8 shades that whisper, I see myself, I honor where I am, and I feel good here. Let your palette evolve with your presence. Let it celebrate where you are, not where you've been. When you wear colors that harmonize with your natural beauty, something quiet and wonderful happens. You glow, not because you're trying to stand out, but because you're finally showing up as yourself. So I ask you gently, which of these colors made you pause today? Is there one that feels like it's calling you back, or one you're curious to try for the first time? I'd love to hear. Your voice matters, and you never know who you might inspire by sharing. And if this video brought you clarity, or maybe even a little comfort, I hope you'll stay connected with us here. Subscribe Golden Elder Days for more soft, thoughtful guidance tailored to women embracing their 60-second and beyond. Thank you, truly, for spending this time with me. You are radiant, exactly as you are.